morning, everybody. It is day 9. Wow, 2 more days. Day 9 of the Front Seat Life Book Club, Don't Do Stuff You Suck At Book Club. I've realized I've been calling it the same thing. I am Jessica Butts. I am the CEO and creator of Front Seat Life, where I am building leaders. I am building leaders and I am building entrepreneurs. And I'm excited to be with you today as we shift into a new focus. So we have been talking about the Don't Do Stuff You Suck At book, my second book. This is really written for entrepreneurs. I have 3 really great passions, but 2 that are kind of leading my business right now, which is building leaders. So taking people in their day-to-day life in corporate America, whatever they may be doing, and really up-leveling their mindset, getting their shit together, getting their system structure singular, focus in order, getting everything really crystal clear in their life so they can show up as leaders. A big announcement coming. I'm going to start working with some more executive type women. I have always been in love with them, fascinated by them, as I used to be one myself, and I'm excited to start working with leaders again in early 2020. But for now, we're continuing with my equal love, let's get clear, equal love, are entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial women in particular. And that's what this book is all about, is don't do stuff you suck at. And for the past 8 days, we've been talking about who are you, the foundation of the work that I do with all of my clients. My system is really walking people through a 3-step question process. There's lots of tools and tricks in those questions, but the first one is who are you? Your innate personality type, how you show up in this world, what you got going on, what your core values are, what's happened to you, your traumas, how you're showing up, and then learning how to identify those things, use them, and start putting them to good use. Secondly, is where are you going? So this is such a big thing. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Bonnie Mae. Thank you for all of you guys who have been loyally watching. I so appreciate it. Again, this is for all of the people who don't know where they're going, who think they can just throw a dart at a dartboard and get there. You have to stay focused. You've got to stay crystal clear on what your goals are, where you want your life, how you want your life to look, and you start designing your life. But then the last part, the last 2 days, and really where I'm going to take you during summer school, and one of my, I think, gifts in this world is helping people learn how to take action. So as a Super J, this is a very important piece for me, and I know it's an important piece for everybody because we have to stay focused on the action and stay focused on our goals through effective action. So there's a lot of people out there kind of flitting and living up here in the ethereal and, oh, I want to do this thing and no, I want this, yet they never take the right action. You can spin your wheels, take the wrong action. You can write a million books and never reach enough people because you're not making the most effective steps in your business. And this is what I see a lot with entrepreneurs, is that they're oftentimes NPs, intuitive perceivers, and they have huge goals in this world. I want to write a book, or I want to have events, or I want to help people, or I want to create a movement. And I think, fantastic. How can I help? Let me help. And my first question is, like, how are we going to do that? What is your list size? What does your day-to-day look like? How are your forms? How's the structure in your business? How organized are you? How many hours a week do you have to work in your business? What do your numbers look like? What does your budget look like? When are you getting up in the morning? And they look at me in utter terror because they realize that I'm not going to just talk with them at the ethereal level. I'm going to talk about real fucking business, like real decisions, real actionable things. We can't build this without doing this. We have to have this, but we also have to do these things. And these things are the actionable, small, bite-sized pieces that we have to do. Jeff Olson wrote an amazing book called The Slight Edge, and the entire book really is about taking baby steps. In fact, I quote him in here. That's where that Fiverr, that 5%er comes from, is that the most of the people, he says 95%, go to take action, it's too hard, and they give up. And so today I want to spend talking to you. I've made notes all over my book. I want to talk to you a little bit about the beginning steps. So tomorrow, make sure you tune in tomorrow where I'm going to kind of wrap all of this up. I'm going to talk about implementation and what to do next. But let me pause before we get into some really juicy stuff today. Is my amazing assistant, I dearly love her, Stephanie, and she texts me after all of these and says, you forgot to say this, and you forgot to say this, and you forgot to say this. She is my details person. We'll talk about team tomorrow. Everybody needs a Stephanie. In fact, I've told her she should name, if she ever goes and does a thing, everybody needs a Stephanie will be her company. She says, if you would like the worksheets, so today and tomorrow specifically, there's a very, very helpful worksheet. It's my 3S method: structure, system, singular, focus. And I list all of those things because you're not going to be able to take all the notes you're going to need to take, and I won't be able to mention all of them. I'm giving it to you for free. So what you need to do to get that is go over to my website at jessicabutts.com. It's free. Put your email in for the book club and it will get emailed to you. Smash, yes. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Smash. You've got to get this worksheet. So it's a very helpful free tool that will get emailed directly to you, as well as all of these recordings. The second thing is next week is going to be epic. I did 5 videos yesterday where I am giving you action steps. You're doing a front seat life challenge next week. We're giving away all kinds of freebies. We're picking a winner every single day. We're giving away books and we're giving away swag for the person who is showing us that they are doing the actions that I'm going to be talking about the most. You're going to share it on social media. We're going to watch you. And so an email is going to be emailed out to you, a video from me directly to you, giving you the challenge. And I'm not going to tell you what they are. You have to enroll. But this is taking, a lot of you have been watching me every single day. Like, why do all of this without taking some implementation? So this yes, it will help you, Debbie. Absolutely. It will help you. First of all, you're going to be in summer school, so that's going to help. The challenge is going to help, so all of these things will help. Absolutely. And I'm going to be transparent about this, so for those of you watching and watching the recording, listen up. I do one business event a year, and we are announcing it next Friday to the people on the book club first, after my community. So they get first dibs, obviously. So all my current clients, my Front Seat Life community, all of those people will know first on Monday. But if you are in the book club, you will be the second person, the second group of people to know and get access to the event. The event is going to be half the size. I'm calling it the non-event event. It's no more hoopla and it's all connection. So there's no stage. I'm going to be down there in the weeds with you, workshopping it and doing some stuff. It's going to be an epic event and you are not going to want to miss it. And literally it's going to be half the people. So if you want to find out about that and get your ticket, it goes on sale next Friday. And then my current people are likely going to take half of those slots. So just warning you. Okay, let's get down to business. Let's get into it. And Stephanie will text me later and say you forgot to say this, and then I'll remember to do it tomorrow. But I think that's everything. Okay, so we're on chapter 16, you guys, 185. And I want you to actually go to page 187 where I start talking about stuck sucks. Who's been there? I need some hand raises or some yeses or some hell yeses or some fuck yeses. Yes, we've been there, right? Stuck sucks. I have a couple of feelings about this as a former psychotherapist. I used to watch people, and I used to do this myself, being very, very stuck in making the right decision, right? People get so stuck. Debbie Roosevelt, amen. Oh yeah, so stuck. Okay, good. Everybody's agreeing. Yes. Hi, Kim. Being stuck paralyzes you from making any decision. And this is a massive problem. People have called it, I don't know who phrased this first, but it's called analysis paralysis, right? You just overanalyze everything. I don't know if I should do this. What color should the book cover be? I don't know if I should quit my job. I don't know what graduate school to go to. I don't know what dating site to get on. I don't know. Just make a fucking decision. Like we get so hell-bent on the right decision. I like to think of this as a little bit like a choose your own adventure book. which is very funny because my man right now, I shouldn't say right now, he actually created a game, a board game, Choose Your Own Adventure. So that's just hilarious. When you told me that, I was like, oh, that's funny. I talk about that all the time. And so in this analogy, is that when you, hashtag analysis paralysis, when you make a decision, any decision, but if you get out of where you are, stuck sucks, right? Yes, people, you all said amen. Stuck sucks. Right here, right now, sucks. You know it sucks because you're in it and you're complaining about it and you're stuck. What you need to do is make a decision. Just step forward. Step out of the stuck box. This doesn't mean you're going to make the biggest decision. It means you're going to make a decision. And then it becomes a choose your own adventure. Because when you're who remembers Choose Your Own Adventure books? Anybody around my age knows Choose Your Own Adventure. And Choose Your Own Adventure is you have to make a decision. The book stops. And I think our life is a lot like that. We stop. We literally stop. I'm going to adjust this a tiny bit. We literally stop if we haven't made a decision. And so we're like, gosh, I wonder why nothing's changing. And it's like that book. You just read and then you stop and you go, well, shit, what do I do now? What you do now is you make a decision. What's the next small baby step decision that you can make? Because then you step and then you have all these options. Right? You open up a new part of the book, a new choose your own adventure. When you say yes, all of these other options open up. So that's number one. I could probably spend an entire Facebook on that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to move on. Then my next piece of advice under Stuck Sucks on page 187 is you've got to sit with it. People think that I'm just only a leaper, and I am not only a leaper. I'm actually, I am very much a sit with it person. So I will peruse my options, or I will make a decision, and then I sit with it. And I will sit for a minute, not a minute, sometimes a week. Sometimes a day, sometimes a couple of hours, but I will sit with it, journal, hi Patty, write things out, get clear about how does that feel? How am I feeling? And this leads into the next one of your head, heart, and your body. So this is a pretty personal one for me, but a lot of you have worked with me, have heard me share this story, that when I was going through my divorce, there was a lot going on in our house, and I had moved into the other bedroom, and there was just a lot of energy in the house. And I asked my head logically, okay, head, I need your brain power to help me make this decision. I need you to help me. And then I would ask my heart, okay, heart, you've always been loyal to me. I rely on you, heart. I need you to help me. And what I realized is that my head and my heart were failing me because I couldn't logic this decision, a big decision like that, and my heart was broken. So these two parts of me that I had to learn to rely on so much were failing me. And I was at a loss. Obviously, I was in therapy and I was talking to friends, and it was, very consuming, but nobody could help. I couldn't figure it out until one day he walked in the door and my body literally went backwards. And I went, aha, there's a third mechanism that I have not been paying attention to, which is my somatic response, my body response. And it was absolutely fascinating to me to realize that I had a third mechanism. So I encourage all of you to check out your somatic response. What is your body telling you? Do you get stomach aches when you go to see somebody? Are you continuously losing your voice? Do you want to throw up? Do you get tense? Are you getting sick all the time? Your body is telling you things all the time. We just don't pay attention to them. So that is a sign that you are stuck. Again, I'm going right from page 187. Stuck sucks. No wrong decisions. Yes. Somatic response is so powerful, Stacy. So the next part, I've already mentioned this, is small steps. The body knows, Kim. It so does. It's so amazing to me. You guys sound like you're even better at this than I am. I'm a super J. I try to over logic this. I try to over control this all the time, and it bites me in the ass every single time. You guys sound better at this. Hi, Amy. So good to see you on here. So the next step is to take small steps. I don't know where this comes from. I wish I could remember who this is. It's likely Elizabeth Gilbert or somebody. Maybe it's Gay Hendricks from The Big Leap. Anyway, I'm just trying to give credit to somebody. Is that they say there are no quantum leaps. Nobody becomes an overnight success. Nobody just goes from being stuck to being married and blissfully happy and a graduate degree and a huge house and a bunch of books. It just doesn't work like that. It takes a very long time through baby steps. So learn, one, what a baby step feels like. And then I say this to my clients all the time, especially my girl boss clients. In fact, I just had a conversation 2 days ago about this. We need to appreciate and celebrate the little wins. Right? We don't take credit. She's doing this whole new thing and she's like, oh, it's not going very well. And I was like, you're doing it. Like, you did it. You sold things. You're at a farmer's market. You have a sign that looks beautiful. People are getting to know who you are. That is a win. That is something she wasn't doing 2 months ago. Those are wins. Celebrate them, because our gratefulness brings more abundance. When we are grateful, more good comes in. Okay, I'm going to keep moving on. Again, it feels weird. I could talk about this shit forever. So come to the event. Come to summer school. We'll get to do more. This is one of my favorites, and I will totally do this at the event, and everyone laughs when I do this. It's just my quirkiness, is that I believe that it's so powerful. I'd actually love to see some examples down below. This is so powerful to read these stories from other people, and I think people need to hear them from others. I call it the butt tap. And those of you who have seen me do this know that when God sees you going in the right direction, he sees you got out of stuck sucks. He saw you make a decision. He saw you, even though you were terrified, even though you were so scared, he said, I see you making this next step. The universe, God, whatever you believe in. When you make that step, I believe God comes in and goes, yeah, girl, go. Yeah, girl, go. He's literally going, yes, 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 yes. Like, right? It's like you're watching a race. You're like, he's like, go. And the universe is like, yes, keep going. I would love to know who's had that experience. The second you do something, all of these things start to align and you just go, holy shit, this is amazing. And in a minute, I'm about to talk about the other thing that I think the devil plays. But this is God and the universe and all the good energy comes in and goes, you go, Lisa. You go, Sue Lundquist. You go, Cheryl Fraser. Like, keep going, girl. Keep going. I love when that happens. And then the last part of this about not being stuck and not staying stuck is I say evolve. Lastly, evolve. One of the biggest things that I used to see as a couples therapist with my clients is couples would put themselves in the category of, Pamela's saying she had one on Tuesday. Wow. They would put themselves in the categories of who they used to be 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And I would always interrupt them and say, are you doing your partner, this person you love, a disservice by assuming they're the same person that they were 5 years ago? I'm almost unrecognizable from where I was at 41. I mean, more 40, but 46 I'm about to turn in about 6 weeks. But that is an incredible thought that we are always evolving. We have this amazing power as human beings to grow and evolve, and so do you. So knowing you're not stuck, You're always growing every single day. Everybody who's watching this right now is taking a step towards evolution. They're taking a step towards personal development and evolving themselves. So the next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to skip a little bit here, and I want to go to page 193, and I want to talk to you about how I visualize getting unstuck. So I will end at 8:30, but this is a powerful last kind of 9 minutes, so stick with me here. Is that I'm a very, very visual person. I think it helps me be a good coach because I can take kind of confusing things sometimes and give a visual. So my visual for persistence, my visual for taking action, my visual for, I'm just going to say it, being fucking determined is this. Here you are here. There's a diagram on page 193 if you want it, or it's not that difficult what I'm about to do. Here you are today. So it is May 16th. It's May 16th, 2019. And here is where you want to be. So this might be debt-free. This might be to write another book. This might be to write a book. Hi, Joanne. This might be to have an amazing marriage in your current marriage. This might be to meet somebody new. This might be, I don't know, tell me. What are some things? What are some things? To buy a house in Maui. That's mine. Okay? So I'd love to see yours. What's your thing? What's your thing? Everyone's got a thing. To be out of debt, to make $1 million, to give back to charities, to be able to sponsor a child, to be able to adopt a child. What is the thing? Everyone's got a thing. So here you are today, and here's the thing you want. And you can see it over the horizon. Everyone knows that feeling, right? You're over here and you're like, damn, I want that thing. Damn, I want that thing. I know what that relationship looks like. I know, start a new business. Interesting. Really, Marty, we need to talk. Over here, it's a big one. What is in the way is resistance. And it's an ego ball full of bullshit. It's your ego. So our travel, yes, our ego inside of us is there for a reason. It is there to keep us safe. In a bad way. I love that one, Bonnie. Love that. Oh, good. Okay, good, Barty. God, you scared me. Your ego is there to keep you safe in a bad way. I call it complacency, right? Safety equates to complacency in this example. You want that thing. Here's all the hard work. This is the action. Wow, I actually have to put a business plan together. Wow, I actually have to do shit Jessica tells me. Wow, I actually have to do a morning practice. I have to get organized. I have to have a content calendar. I have to get a website going. I have to have a point of view. I have to do all the things I want to do to get over here. Our resistance. So Stephen Pressfield is the expert on resistance. He had a brilliant podcast episode on Oprah Super Soul Sunday. If you want to go listen to that, it was awesome because he talks about resistance comes up anytime we want to do something good in this world. So think about if you want to give money to a food bank, your car might break down on the way there. That's resistance. Anything that we want to do good, resistance will show up. You'll get in a fight with your sister. You'll pick a fight with your spouse. You'll get a flat tire, whatever the thing is. And our ego is the same way. It is there to say, you're not smart enough. No one's going to read that stupid book. No one's going to want to read this. You say fuck too much. No one's going to listen to you. Your hair's weird. You're not smart enough. That's a weird outfit. You're not tall enough. You're not short. Whatever it is. So what happens is we start to go towards that thing. Almost 100%. If anybody is brave enough to even have the goal, we start to go towards the thing. And what happens is, that's why I call it a bouncy ball full of bullshit. Bouncy ball full of bullshit. That's another hashtag, Stacy. Is we start to go towards the thing and we hit our first resistance. You know, a bouncy ball. Boom. Imagine hitting that and you bounce back. And you bounce back to this place of, well, I don't don't know, maybe I'll just sleep in. Well, I don't know, maybe it's too far to commute. I don't know, coaching is too expensive. I don't want to join summer school. I don't really need it. I'm just going to play. I'll start my business in a year. I'll go back to graduate school in a year. This is what we do. That's why I used this. He didn't trademark it. 5%. I like to work with the people that are the 5%ers. And Jeff Olson talks about the 5%ers as the people who push through this ego ball fucking no matter what. No matter what. There is nothing that is going to stop me. I talked about this with my mastermind group this past week. We talked about all the things that come up. And when we are so determined, but actually my podcast tomorrow dropping is with Mandy, one of my clients and my photographer who just launched her book. Do you know how much resistance she met trying to get that book ready? A lot of resistance. And she talks about that no matter what, because I am so hell-bent on getting this thing, that I will do anything. I will get up at 4 a.m. and write because I have a child that I have to take care of starting at 5:30 or 6. That is a 5%er. And you know what happens is you write a book and you put things out into the world. That is going to change her life. I don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to be a New York Times bestseller? Probably not. Sorry, but it's a workbook, so probably not. Not that it's not amazing, but it's going to change her life for the good no matter what. I talked about this with another client this week who is considering going back to graduate school, and I was like, that's never going to be a wrong decision. Going and getting educated and having fun and being around like-minded people is never a bad thing. So we have to get clear about what this thing is. And that is what we talked about yesterday. What's the thing, people? What's your dream? Be willing to go there, to be willing to make a vision board with bigger things on there than you're willing to talk about. Some of that shit is terrifying up there, but you know what? I see clients right here in this office, and I don't hide that stuff. I don't hide my number. I don't hide my goals. I don't hide all that stuff because I want to give voice to it, because I also believe that helps it come true. It's like I'm owning it. So where are your like-minded people? Are you part of the Front Seat Life community yet? Are you part of a community where you're allowed to dream big and talk about these things and have people not go, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's a pipe dream. Oh, are you really going to buy a house in Maui? How are you going to do that? I don't know, but I'll fucking figure it out is the answer that we all have. And you know what we do is we figure it out through action. So tomorrow, in summer school, at the event, I am going to teach you a lot of the stuff that we've already talked about, but I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty about structure. We're going to start it tomorrow, and then I can't do it all in one day. So, I'm teasing you a little bit. I'm teasing you. I'm dangling a little carrot. You got to come join me in summer school or at the event or both. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about structure. And the very first thing I hear is resistance about a morning practice. And you can talk to a whole bunch of people that are on here, the Marty Reeders, the Lisa Fishers, the Stacy Sorgens, the Mels, all the people that have Andrea Gott, people that have adopted this methodology know that they need to do it and it has changed their lives. So, structure. And I'm going to kick your ass about it tomorrow. And you can stop watching, you can delete, you can go do something else, or you can listen because it will change your life. And some of these things are mine and some of these things are just from other people, but I know they work because I've done them, I've watched them, and I've seen them in other people. Yeah, girl, come get in summer school. It's going to be rad. July 8th through the end of August. So I think it's 8 or 9 weeks. It's all July and August. Stay tuned. We're launching it on next Friday. Team is working very hard to get that done. And then we're going to talk about systems. So as entrepreneurs, as busy human beings, we need to have systems. I was just lovingly having this conversation with my dear friend Lisa Fisher yesterday about systems so that we're not all over the place. We're not, especially this day and age, right? People are PMing us and they're doing this and they're sending us Instagram messages and emails and text messages and Marco Polos. And it's like, holy shit, this is like a lot of stuff. We've got to have some systems in place to help with that. And then last is we have to have singular focus. I get real butt kicky about this. We will definitely not have time to get into this tomorrow. So you got to come join summer school because I will kick your ass all day long to have singular focus and it will change your life. Okay, I promise. I want to go to summer school. It's opening next Friday. So here's the deal. For you guys are asking, I love that you're excited. Step one, go to my website right now, jessicabutts.com, B-U-T-T-S. A pop-up of my face is going to come up and say, join the book club. That book club will send you the emails for next week. We're doing a front seat life challenge. It's awesome. I did it all yesterday. I sent it off to Stephanie. We're dripping it out to you. I don't want to tell you. It's so exciting, but I don't want to tell you, but it's an actionable step every single day next week to take to help get you to the next level. On Friday, to that list only, we are opening up the event and summer school. So mark your calendars next Friday, get on the list, and then probably the following Monday, we will kind of announce it to everybody. But I don't know. I don't want to be too excited, but maybe we'll sell out in 2 days. That would be amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. So go to jessicabutts.com, step one, smash a yes. So you do. She told me this yesterday. We had a little back and forth. I think I screwed up yesterday. That's how this whole started. And she was like, Jessica, you're telling him the wrong information. She will sort it out. If you want these emails and you want first dibs and you want to do the challenge, go to the book club and get on the book club. So yes, I think I've been saying that wrong because it doesn't matter. A lot of details. All right, guys, love this topic. Love being with you today. Thank you everybody who consistently watched. A bunch of you popped on and stayed on the entire time. And I know a ton of you are watching this recorded. So sending just as much love to you because I know it's hard to do this at 7 a.m. Trust me, I'm doing it at 7 a.m. So I will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Where we will end this and I'm going to be, again, just as butt kicky, probably more so because we're going to talk about structure, systems, and singular focus. Okay, have an amazing day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go over to jessicabutts.com. Bye.